Hello guys and welcome to the next episode of Mario vs Donkey Kong for Nintendo Switch. And we'll be doing World 2 Plus, and this is the third time I've tried recording. The reason why is because this all stems from the fact that I was going to get on with some homework for computing, and we're meant to be using Canva, except Canva decided to have an error. So I started doing this video and then thought this might not be the best thing to do, stop doing this, and stopped doing the video. And I've just done some I've just done some science revision. So I know I kind of am talking all technical here, but it's in the fact that I have been productive despite my situation. Because at the moment I can't do the homework I wanted to do and need to do because Canva decided not to work. So initially I started doing this video and then thought to make the best of the situation and did some revision. And so I've been making the best of the situation, like doing revision and stuff. Where's the key? Oh, I forgot. Oh man, I forgot about the mini Mario holding the key. But anyway, I decided to kind of make the best of the situation. I've done some revision. I'm now doing my video. So it's one of those things of, despite a situation that is unfortunate for you, you're making the best of it. And I mean, like, I might as well like try and busy myself with things. I've done a bit of vision. I've got my Tom and Jerry collection. I should probably get into at some point. Yeah, I've got his collection Tom and Jerry, which I have not. So anyway, so the reason why these are so gonna be like clumped together, and I'm not gonna have much to talk about, is because you see, I've decided to, the reason why these are so clumped together is because, what I mean is, you might have seen my Dynablade and Gourmet Race episode that was recorded on Saturday and I put out yesterday. and I put out yesterday. So anyway, in that I talked about Luigi's Mansion. I talked about Luigi's Mansion, and that was recorded on Saturday and released yesterday on Sunday. But thing is, because of that, this is now Monday and I'm planning to release this episode today. At some point today. Anyway, after this episode, I am going to wait until Friday to do my first episode on the Great Cave Offensive on Kirby Superstar. Now the reason for that is because with it, what this means is, you see, as far as I know, when I mentioned about Luigi's Mansion, that still has not come out. That still doesn't come out on Nintendo, on Game Boy, on GameCube Nintendo Classics. So hopefully it comes out at some point before I go away on holiday on the Friday, and I won't be back until the next school half term starts near the start of November. And thing is, Luigi's Mansion has still not been released, so I'm giving my Kirby Superstar video until Friday to start, because to do it. And the reason why I'm giving it till Friday is because of, oh, for goodness sake. The reason why I'm giving it until Friday is because, well, I'm trying to make the best of it. Because if I can, get it done, well, no, if Luigi's Mansion, like, comes out for GameCube Switch Online on the Friday, well, I'll kind of go out on a whim and go straight to, right, I'm going to play Luigi's Mansion on GameCube Nintendo Switch Online. Now this will involve a moving round of consoles and controllers, because my you see, I've got a Nintendo Switch too. So, because I have a Nintendo Switch too, this means that because I've got a Switch 2 and a Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack membership, I can play GameCube games. So, really, I'm just playing games on my original Switch. And I'm really just playing these games on my Nintendo Switch. A bit max lives already though, like. The thing with this though is like, when it comes to it, like, you can see like, the only games I'd play on my Switch too are GameCube games, they're on Nintendo Switch Online. And games that are Switch to exclusive, and I don't have many Switch to exclusive games. For example, like the only Switch to exclusive game I know I have is Mario Kart World, and the only reason I have Mario Kart World is because it was part of the if you got invited to buy a Nintendo Switch 2. If you got invited to buy a Nintendo Switch 2, if you got invited to buy one, then well of course you'll know of the fact that you could buy a Nintendo Switch 2, along with like a bundle including Mario Kart World, a camera for game chat, which is a voice chat kind of service, which we finally got because the Switch only had, the original Nintendo Switch had the Switch Online smartphone voice chat app, which isn't a very good voice chat app. And this is just basically, I'm just saying this based off the fact that you have to have a smartphone app to use voice chat. Why can't you use voice chat via the via the console itself? Anyway, like, one of the cool things that you can do is that you can, like, the only games I've only got Mario Kart World when it comes to Switch to exclusive games. Oh, for goodness sake, come on. But I've only got Mario Kart World when it comes to Switch to exclusives, because, well, that and the GameCube games, which I assume they put out as Switch to exclusives to make more people buy the Switch 2. Because if more people bought the Switch 2 due to GameCube, and I think that was like my big draw was the GameCube, because as I said, as I've said on this channel, I love GameCube. It's a really good console. There's some really good games like Super Smash Bros. Melee and stuff. I've just lost life. Anyway, like, if Luigi Mansion did come out on Nintendo Switch online, then if Luigi Mansion came out on GameCube and Nintendo Classics before I went on holiday, which is this Friday, I'm not telling you where I'm going because that's kind of personal information. So, like, if you know, you know. More if you're a friend of mine, really. Anyway, the Donkey Kong fight, and we've done this quite quickly, actually. But if Luigi's Mansion comes out on Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the original game, and that is and that's before we get the GameCube, and that's before I go on holiday, then perfect. Which, if it comes out before I go on holiday, perfect. On the Friday, I will make the first video of that playthrough. But if not, then fine, I'll make the first video probably at the start of my next school term in November. But because most likely that's when it will have come out by. If it doesn't even come out, then I'll probably stick to just these two games. Probably this and Kirby Superstar until a new game, until either and then I'll probably choose whatever next game I want to play. Well, I know what next game I want to play because, well, I already said after I beat this game I'll be playing DK94. But I guess it kind of depends on whatever, really. Got him. And like, I don't know what I would play because, matter of fact, I've never played the original to completion. I have never played through and beat the original Kirby's Adventure. So I could do Kirby's Adventure. I could do like a Mega Man game or something. Got him! No damage! That should be it. That should be it. That should be done. And anyway, the next video that's coming out, they'll be coming out on Friday, will either be starting the Great Cave Offensive from Kirby Superstar. Congratulations, Donkey Kong Jungle Push cleared. Well, I'll be starting the Great Cave Offensive in Kirby Superstar, or we'll be starting Luigi's Mansion, if Nintendo have put it on. Or they might just stick to the 3 random SNES games that they put on. I hope they don't, but they might. Fire Mountain Plus, I'd say we'll start doing half worlds after World 4. So when we get to Spooky House Plus. Anyway, see you next time. I really hope Canva's working now, but see you next time for Great Cave Offensive for Luigi's Mansion.